Hi everyone, Krishna this side. In this video, I'll be covering this lead code problem 20 and 38. Divide a string into group of size k. So I'm not going to read this problem statement. You can read it. You can pause the screen and read the problem statement. These are the examples that have been given, and these are the constraints. Okay. So yes, what is the problem basically saying? So we have given a string yes. Okay. Let us suppose this is the string, and we have to we have actually given this key value. Let us suppose its value is 3 and fill character, which is basically anything. Let us suppose w is the character that we have. So from this string we have to make three whatever this size given, k size, that k size of substrings. Okay, and each substring is something what we have to collect into the string array. Okay, and let us suppose the first substring is like basically this one, right? So this is the substring that we have, right? Now the next substring is going to be AST. Okay, AST is the next substring. The last substring is the characters that are we are left with. So CV are the characters that we are left with, but this substring that we have created is not having length of 3, correct? So if we are remaining with few of the characters, and if it is not fulfilling this length, whatever the key value has been given, we can utilize this fill character and we can add it, so that the moment whatever the required characters are basically we are left with those many characters, we can fill it with this fill character. Okay, so length is basically we are required to make 3. So this CV was having length 2, so one character is something we appended. Let us suppose v was also not there. So in this case 2 times w is something what we have to add it, so that it will meet the length. Okay, the length whatever this k value has been given, it should be matching with this length. Okay, that is the question. So yes, it is straightforward. We will keep on I mean we can use 2 pointers. We will start with this 0th index. I is basically 0 and k is basically we have given. So what we will do is we will run a loop. So I plus k is the next index where we will be creating the string, right? So I plus k is basically 3, right? So we can get the substring of this one from 0 to 3, and whatever the substring that we got, we create an array of string, and we will keep on filling it, and we will create another counter where we can keep on whatever the values that we are keep on generating from this one, the counter will get incremented the moment we end up. Okay, whatever the left out characters that are there, from there we can create another string, and we can append it into the answers. Okay, this string array. So let us try to create the answer. Okay, string array equals to new string, and it's how many groups that can be created. This is going to the first group, this is going to be the second group, and last is like whatever the remaining characters plus this one. So in total 3 groups will be there. So if let us suppose this length is basically 7, right? If we divide this 7 with this 3, the answer is basically 2. So what is left out, this reminder is something got left getting left out, right? That reminder, if anything reminder is left out, we can add 1, so that this answer is going to be 3. So 3 substrings are going to be generated out of this one with this value of k. So what we can do is basically we can divide this one, n divided by k. Okay, this way I get this answer 2. Now if I want this modulo as well, I can write the code for that one, like if n modulo k, if it is not equals to 0, that means some reminder is left out and a few characters are still there, which with help of that we can create another string. So for that, like I can get that value and I can add it here, right, as well. But what I can do is from this n I will add n k minus 1. Okay, this way what happens is, like let us suppose n value is this length is basically let me get this n as well. So n is basically string of the length of the string. Okay, s dot length. Okay, we got the length. Now this n is basically 7. 7 plus 2 is basically 9, right? And 9 divided by 3 is basically, it is going to be 3. Okay, this way also we can get that one. So now we got the group size. Okay, what I'll do is I'll create a pointer and a count as well. Okay, and we will run this while loop while I plus k basically less than or equals to n. Okay, so I'll get substrings and keep on adding it into this one. Okay, array of I count plus plus equals to, let us get the substring from this string. Okay, and it will start from I and it end till I plus k. I value should get incremented to I plus k. Okay, now this way what happens, the moment we reach to index at character that is c, the first this particular substring whatever is there that has been created, which will get appended into the array. Now again this I value got incremented, so I is pointing basically to this a. Okay, now the moment we are pointing to this a, again we are checking that if it is less than this n, whatever the I plus k is basically less than, because from this a till k, that is the substring that we are forming it, right, for the next one. So that is the substring that we have created. ASD also we have created. Now C is where the pointer is basically pointing to. Again we check I plus k, if it is going beyond this n, we are completely breaking out this from this particular loop. So for that one, if we check that if this whatever this n modulo k, for the extra characters that left out, right, to generate that particular string, we'll do this one n modulo k. If this value n modulo k is basically not equals to 0, that means we are still left out with this few of the characters. I'll create a string builder as a new string builder. Okay, in this string builder, what I'll do is I'll just append the s dot substring of I till n, last index. So how many characters, whatever the left out characters that are there, that substring I appended, and the moment that is done, I just want to make sure that this fill I'll utilize, so that whatever the length that we actually are required, that will be getting generated into this string. Okay, so this n is basically last index, I is where we are currently at. So how many characters that are there, that is the size that we will get, n minus I. And I actually want to go till k. So k is something what I'll keep on decrementing, so that the remaining characters will get utilized. So in this SB, I'll keep on adding this how many characters that we are actually required. So SB dot append till is the character that we are supposed to add, and the moment this is done, in the area of count, I'll just make sure to fill this string. Okay, SB dot to string. This is done. Now we can return the array. Okay, so yes, this is how we can write the code. We can write in any of the ways. Okay, we can use a for loop. In the for loop, again another for loop is there, so that way also we can do it. Let us submit this code, and yes, this is how we can write it. And talking about the time complexity, it is going to be big of n, of course, n plus how many field characters that are there. So that is the time complexity. Basically, it is going to be n, and the space is also n. Okay, so yes, that's all from this particular video. Thank you for watching this one. Bye bye.